Hey guys, what is up? It is Valen, and today we're going to be building a little robot. I've got a pile of bricks from the other one, and in my hand I've got a 16 by 16 base plate that's too thick. That's 2 plates thick. So what you're going to do is you're first off going to build a wall. Just build a one row thick wall around 3 of the 4 sides, and I'll tell you why only 3. So just build it like this, and then up front, like here, you're gonna take a 1x6 and put it here. So what you're basically gonna do is you're just gonna fill it in with pieces until you have a 1x4 slot on this. Then go 4 rows over, and we've got this nice 1x6. So then behind that, you can either put 2 2x8s or 4 2x4s, and I'll show you why. It's because this battery pack needs to sit 2 rows behind the front, and it also needs to be locked in place, so that's what we're using this for. Then next to it, take a couple bricks, preferably 1x6s, and build a nice little lock next to it. Then at the back, place another 2x2 brick on top. Then over here, do the same as you did with the first side. Okay, so now we've got our battery house, and we're ready to put in the next row. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing this time that you did the last time. So you have 2 rows high with a 4 width across, and where the battery pack is going to go, you actually want a 2x row right smack in the center of where your battery pack. So right there, so that you can just press that button. So just fill in that wall, and yeah, and then I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it right now, even though I'm still building the first one. What you're gonna need to do is, I ended up actually using like a lot of pieces for this, but you're gonna end up using a whole lot of bricks. But what you're gonna do is after you have this 2x gap, then you're gonna bridge it over, but do not interfere with this 1x2 gap. Okay, I'll tell you why that is. It's because we have to get our battery button pusher in place. So over here, you're gonna need to build a 2x2 tower right here. And then at the very front, put another 2x4. I'm using 2x4s for this, but you can use 2x2s, 1x2s, any brick you can think of, as long as it reaches up 2 high and 2 rows tall, and then has a brick going across it. This is to keep the receiver like in the hole. Speaking of receiver in the hole, take your receiver, slide it into the slot like so, and then put a 2x2 brick behind it, 1 row. And I know there's spare room in there, but you want to put it back 1 row because the cords for the motors will actually keep that pressed up against there. So put it 1 or 2 rows back, but do not like lock the receiver in until we have the motors in. So next, you're just gonna go along with bricks and not covering this 2x2 hole, this 1x2 hole, which is now a 1x2x2 hole, like because length times width times height. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna leave a space on our walls here. So where these 1x8s were that I just pulled off, yeah, you're gonna fill in that gap so that there's one spot of 1x1-ness. So mine, I'm putting it right next to the red intersection piece, and with this one, I'm putting it kind of far back so that we can easily get the cord in and out without disrupting the battery pack. So now we have our 1x1 holes. Now we can go ahead and actually cover, just do a few more rows of full brick cover on this. And what that means is cover it all in bricks. So, and don't cover your wire spots for these motors until you plug them in. Speaking of which, now's a good time to do that. So go plug one motor, one of dual train motor with 2 off-wheel tires with these cool pins with 2 on one side and 1 on the other. Put those in like an L shape and then hook up the wire to the receiver port closest. Mine has 2 different wire lengths, so I'm using the shortest one for the red one because it's closer to that outlet. And you might, yeah, it works just fine, but what you're going to do is you're going to thread the cord through there and then just cover it up with a brick. Do the same with the other side, and this one's a little longer, so we're going to make this our blue side, and I'm just moving the tower there so I can plug it in. And then when you put your tower in, you can put the brick in there, and it's nice and snug. That receiver's not going anywhere. So go and thread those 2 motor cords, and if they're in your way, I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that. You can figure it out. If you're watching this video, you're a smart person, because my videos are awesome. So, and then just continue with the full brick cover. Okay, once you have that ready, grab your battery box, because this is going to determine how many rows you need to go higher. So find the green button on it and stick it so that the green button is visible through the hole that we built. And now you can just take like a chunk of these bricks here, like just take some random Lego bricks and just stack them in a weird way so that you can tell. And I'm going to make it easier on you. This is actually 4 rows from where we left off. So that means I need to build 4 rows taller. So we're going to plug in our battery pack. And there's the electronics. Okay, so I know this video is going to be a lot longer. So I'm just going to get to it quick. What you do is you want to make sure you have a 2x row over here just below the plug on the battery pack so that it keeps it in place, and that's your final securing point for that. And I'm just going to go ahead and quickly, as quick as I can, build this up. And if you're following my exact instructions, you're going to need a 1x row right next to the wire cord. And that's because the wire is going to take up a little bit, so you can't, it's going to bubble up a little. So you're not going to be able to put a 2x row in there. Okay, now that we've got our row up, we're going to do it again. And when you put the 2x on, you notice that the plug on top of the receiver takes up a 1x2 space. Yeah, you're going to need to do that for the next few rows, and just put a 1x1 row in front of that. So just keep building it up until you have the the desired length. Before I go on, make sure you hit that like button, that comment, and go comment down below, and go hit subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because when I upload, you don't want to miss it, so click it so you don't miss it. Alright, so I'm 2 rows up from the 4. So now you've got this cord that you need to take care of. So what I like to do is I just leave it loose, but you can secure it down with some brick or something. But, second to last row. And then we're gonna get to work on the head. So I would like to say, go check out Matthias. He posts Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, and 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. And it's hilarious. He's the guy who made me actually start up this channel. So go subscribe to him, and go subscribe to CatPunch777. He's one of my friends. His name is Israel, and he is awesome. He's definitely a cool guy. You should go to his channel, hit that big red subscribe button and the bell icon. Okay, I've just got it done. So, yeah, you might want to put another brick on there. What I'm doing is I'm taking a 1x4 and a 2x4 and sticking them like that so that I can thread the cord on that tower. And then I'm just putting it onto the tower so that it just stays right in place. Okay, so now we're going to grab our second one of these. And this is a 16x16 plate. What I've done is taken 2 6x16 plates and put them next to each other, and then just filled in the rest with awesomeness, because that's what this channel is, awesomeness. Just gonna grab a few pieces here. Sorry, I dropped the 16x16 on the way over here, and so the plate is a little damaged. But once you get it put on, once you get it built, you're gonna put it right on top of the little box. So it's like a lid. And it's really strong once it's on there. And now you have this nice little sandwich of awesomeness. And then you can easily access the button to turn the droid on and on. But now you've got these motors. So let's go to the bottom here. And let's give it some motor houses. So we're going to put a 2x2 on this side of one motor and a 2x2 on the same side of the other motor. Then angle the two sides with the 2x4s like this so that their wheels are facing inward. And then just put 1x4s on the front, like so. And then just stick them on so that they're 2 brick rows apart from each other, 1 brick row from the side, and 3 brick rows up from the bottom and the top. And once you get one in there, you can just align the second. It's pretty easy. I accidentally put this one up 1 row higher than it's supposed to be, so I'm just going to go ahead and redo that. Okay. So now we've got a somewhat crude thing. So now we got a somewhat crude motor base, but this is a simple droid, so if you wanna, you can do it. So you can put a wall over there. It's completely and utterly up to you. I have no control over your decisions. I'm just trying to correct. This. There we go. There we go. Whoops, one more back. See, this is what inventing's all about. You trial and error. Trial and error. No biggie. Yeah, so what I'm actually gonna do right here is do the same thing we did on our motor house, like our battery house thing. So we're just gonna double stack these real quick, because if you put the plate on the bottom the same way I did, there's no holes for the thing to attach to. Alright, so now you've got your wheelbase on. I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly do this. Matthias's videos are about the length of this one. I'm surprised at the shortness of this video. Honestly, I'm filming it right now, and the time stamp is really, like, impressively, like, slow. If you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm just gonna build a wall up here. This is completely optional, by the way, guys. And I'm literally just winging this as I go. I'm probably gonna, this is crazy. There's literally no turning back now. Okay, and then these motors have a little lip in them, so when you're building the wall, you gotta kind of account for that. And the way you do that is you just stick it on underneath the piece underneath the lip. If it's a 2x, stick the side closest to the lip underneath it first. Then do that. So I'm gonna build another one back here. So yeah, like this video, comment, subscribe, build your own. I'd love to see pictures of your own robot that you built in the comments. It would be so cool. Also, if you're a YouTuber and you're watching this, please, please, please let me know how you respond to comments, because I really want to know. I've got quite a few comments that I want to reply to, but I don't know how. So if you're a YouTuber and you're watching this, please go down to the comments below and leave me a message on how to do that. Maybe that way I can actually respond to your guys' comments, and then maybe we could do like a little shout out kind of thing every week, because Matthias has Ask Matt, and it's really cool. So yeah, this is the motor house for a robot. Sorry, I'm sitting on the floor. I've got a leg cramp. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is I'm going to shift my position a little bit. It's a little more comfortable to sit here. B, we're gonna build our head right on top of this 16 by 16. So what I'm doing is I'm going 2 rows away from the edge and just putting down a layer. So yeah, this video is not gonna be as long as I thought it was. Yeah. So you're just gonna put on bricks until you build the shape of a head that you like. I'm gonna end up using some electronics, so I'm putting one of these so that it can hold the light bulb. And I've got this white piece with a hole in one side and a hole in that side so that it can light up the LED better, so that it can make the LED show up a little better. So, hang on. So let's find where we want this little LED spot. Looking for a place to put my LED. I found one. Okay, so now we've got our little LED holder in there. Now I've got this, and it's really cool. It's an electronic R2-D2 sound system. It's really cool. It's really super loud, but once you put it into the Droid, it doesn't really work as well. So I pulled it from that. Whoa, it kind of scared me. So I push the button and this little white piece lights up red. It's really cool. But it plays 3 real movie classified R2-D2 sounds. It's really cool. One of the wires on the switch is loose. So. Anyway, so we got that, and then the switch has these little prongs on it. So I'm just gonna stick that into some studs like this. Boom, easiest way. And then we leave a 1x1 spot in the wall so that it can do its thing and thread the wire. So yeah, and this head doesn't actually have to be that tall. It just has to be tall enough that it can house the electronics. I'm actually using electronics. You don't have to. That's what I'm trying to get out here. Oh shoot! I'm gonna need more bricks. So, oh, here they are. Whack. I'm blind. Yeah, I forgot something real quick. Alex Wasabi. He's awesome. Go subscribe. He's personally one of my favorites. He's a vlogger like me. He does some really cool videos. Just to let you know, he's kind of he's got an extreme level of awesomeness. Yeah. Danger, awesomeness. So yeah, just trying to rework something here. That's better. Brick. So, once you like the head that you've built, you can stop building. So, what I'm doing here is I'm literally just building, and I'm putting pieces with holes in them on it so that it kind of creates like an echo chamber kind of thing. If you know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, screw what I just said. That's my dog coming off the couch. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put this up one more row if I can. Oh, running out of Legos. Said nobody ever. Except me. Because I am legit running out of Legos for this thing. I mean, I got some cool top pieces for it, but... Oh no! My fabric's short! I think there should be some... Oh, yes! Yes! More Legos. Yay. Perfect. Okay. And now I'm gonna give him like a hat. I'm gonna give him a hat. I'm gonna give my robot a little hat. Yeah, that's good. That looks good. Boom. And so this is what my droid ended up looking like. It's really cool, and it's a really cool way to impress your friends. And all it takes is a little patience, some Legos, and this video. Alright guys, we'll see you next time. High five.